My name is Paul Gibson. I did Santa Fe for Bernie initially, pivoted to Retake the Roundhouse, where we worked with all kinds of progressive groups throughout the state, and damn it if we didn't retake the Roundhouse. So pretty good. And Retake the Roundhouse is now going to pivot again to Retake Our Democracy. And that is a 501c4, and my wife and I bought that the same time we did Retake the Roundhouse, like the day after the convention in Philadelphia. It's like, you know, we got to pivot and go locally, and then when he won, we have to do this also nationally. And so this meeting today is entirely about activating you. I was here the other day for a Democratic Party meeting, which was fantastic, by the way, but the one complaint was, we're leaving and we don't know what to do. You will leave knowing what to do, and you can start tomorrow. You could start tonight. So that's what today is about. You've got agendas that tell you who the speakers are today, and all the speakers are here, I believe. I'm not sure about Marcella. I have not seen her, but then I don't know her, so I probably wouldn't recognize her. So, but she could be in the other room, and she could be a little late. Also, Eric Griego isn't here yet, but he told me he wasn't going to be here till he was going to be a little bit late. So, wow, this crowd is an expression of what's going on in this country right now. Yeah. You know, there's 270 people here right now, and we're going to book the convention center for the next meeting probably on January 8th. And at that meeting, we will have trainers in civil disobedience, in social media, in working the mainstream media, in advocacy at the Roundhouse, and a number of community organizing and a number of other topics. And actually, we have a posted up in the other room where with small post-its right next to it, where you can write suggestions for other training needs. And we'd appreciate, you know, at the end of the meeting at 4:45, there's time to just move around, and boy, will you want to. And so maybe you'll be able to go in there and post up some ideas. Maybe we could even pass some post-its around at some point so that people can do it there and then just go and post it. But I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is such a trying time. And to see all you here. Yes. In the back, there are two kinds of posters on the walls. One is to sign up for various activities, and the activities will be described by a series of speakers up here this afternoon. Our success in this meeting depends on how many of you sign up. This is not the time for a movement where you go to meetings and then you go home and post things on Facebook. We've got to go way, way, way beyond that, and we're counting on you to do that. So it's going to be people coming here, then getting active, working in teams. We really need people who will take on what we call coordinator roles, because there's no way 2 or 3 of us who are the leadership team for this can possibly manage all of that. So we need coordinators for doing lobbying at the Roundhouse. We need coordinators for doing the development of our effort to take on the Democratic Party and revitalize it from the bottom up by taking on getting ward chairs and things like that. There's a lot of stuff we need to do, and you're the ones that need to do it. There was a Hopi prayer that I sent out the other day that said, we are the people we've been waiting for, and we are, and we're going to need to be active. So we're counting on you. The entire focus of the meeting is to give you tools to be able to start and remain active. And each of the speakers will describe some of those things. And then with about 45 minutes to an hour left in the meeting, we will have time for an open discussion, which will be really difficult with this many people. We had wanted to do an open space, break out into groups. If we broke into groups here, it would be deafening in here, and you wouldn't be able to hear a thing. So we had to change the agenda last night or yesterday, and that's what we've done. But the real truth of the matter is, I don't like meetings where it's people talking at you all the time, but you want information, and the people who are going to be speaking here today have it, you'll have it, and the next time we convene, we'll have lots of conversation. I guess the one thing I want to say as we move into the agenda is that we want this to be a positive, forward-thinking meeting. There is no time for recriminations. This is no time for dwelling on the past. And when speakers have something to say and people from the audience have something to say, we want you to be entirely respectful no matter what they say. The one other thing I want to say before we get started is I have an announcement. You know there's a campaign for the DNC chair, and Keith Ellison and Howard Dean are the candidates for that. I've been talking to Senator Heinrich and his staff the last week, and I want to read a note. I'm sorry that I cannot be there with you today, but I wanted you all to be the first to know that I am endorsing Congressman Keith Ellison to be the chairman of the DNC. Pretty cool that he wanted us to announce this, too. I served with Keith and have always admired his energy, tenacity, and vision for a better country. I am endorsing him not because we agree on every policy under the sun, but because I believe he can inject. Sorry, I'm looking at my watch. I can't go over. I'm keeping everybody else to their time. I know that we all have ideas on how to best respond to the most recent election results, but if New Mexicans showed anything on election night, it is that we will stand ready to reject hate and divisiveness and instead are committed and able to win on a message of pragmatic problem solving and leadership. I hope that you will join me in supporting Congressman Keith Ellison and continue to stay engaged to help the DNC and Democrats everywhere make the United States a better place to work, live, and raise a family. Sincerely, Senator Martin Heinrich. Yay! Oh, I also want to acknowledge that there are gaps in our agenda. We couldn't possibly squeeze in every possible issue that you'd want to hear about and how you can be active. We don't have someone from the environmental community speaking up here, or the indigenous rights community, LGBTQ. There's a lot of constituencies who could have been part of this. Trust that they will be part of our blogs constantly. And at the bottom of your agendas is the address where you can sign up to get the Retake the Roundhouse blog.